You don't have to beg for the money. You don't have to feel shamed. Nobody is judging you.
Today we're going to be talking about a reconsideration documents checklist. What? I know you've been dreaming about this and been waiting for this video. Welcome to Advancing with Financing. I'm Linda Ray.
And I'm Trevor. We want to chat with you about some cool stuff today. First and foremost is a letter in the briefest possible terms requesting a reconsideration.
We did a video on how to write a reconsideration letter with the sample wording. Check it out.
Use the sample wording. When we say keep it brief and concise, we really mean that. We've had some folks we're working for to do this send us their letters, and it's novel length. So keep it concise and make sure you include in your reconsideration letter the name of the business, your EIN, or if you're self-employed, your social security number, and your EIDL number.
Application number.
Give the EIDL application number. Keep it brief. I hereby request a reconsideration. But as Linda said, watch our video on how to write a reconsideration letter for those tips.
Next, if you were declined due to a credit issue, again, in the briefest terms possible, explain the credit issue and authorize the SBA agent in your letter to run a credit report.
I hereby authorize the SBA to obtain an updated credit report for my EIDL Reconsideration Request. Use that sentence. Do not elaborate. Use that sentence. With the credit explanation, you don't have to beg for the money. You don't have to feel shamed. Nobody is judging you. I dealt with credit explanation letters for 3 decades doing government loans. It has to be simple and brief.
We are going to be publishing our video on this subject in a more detailed manner, so stay tuned for that next.
Now on this letter, be sure you sign and date the letter. Next on our checklist is the IRS Form 4506T. T for transcript, because this is a form that allows the SBA to request a transcript copy of your tax return that was filed from the IRS. This is a quality control measure to make sure that the tax return you put into the file exactly matches what you filed with the IRS.
We did a video on the 4506T explaining it and how that works.
And in the description below, you'll find a link to where you can go to the SBA website and download the most current 4506T
That is important because they will send it back to you. Here we go. Next is a clear color PDF of your driver's license front and back. Not an image taken on the steering wheel. Not an image on your pillow before you go to bed. It needs to be...
Or the kitchen counter. That's another one I've seen.
Kitchen counter.
Which I've seen a lot of people's really nice granite and marble kitchen counters. No, download a scannable app onto your smartphone.
Which is the app. It's called Scannable.
Yeah.
And you can scan anything and it will convert it to a PDF.
Or if you have an iPhone, you've got Notes, which is where you can take notes. Inside the Notes app on your iPhone, you can scan documents. This is important because something silly like this, an illegible copy of your driver's license, could hold up your entire reconsideration request, and you need the money.
We're not making these suggestions because, just in case, these are things that have actually happened.
Right now.
That we have had to fix for people who tried their best because they're not in the business of processing loans and originating loans and dealing with a government agency who issues loans. These are like real life experiential.
The real deal, dude. Next on the checklist to include a copy of your most recent tax return. And we're doing this video in January 2021. So you may have filed your 2020 tax return, you may not. In which case, if you haven't yet, then include your 2019 tax return.
Next is a PDF of your avoided check, a PDF. Not an image.
Yeah, not a photograph.
A PDF.
A PDF with void written across it. Many banks, and we have noticed this with small credit unions, you can go on to the website where you access your bank statement and they'll actually give you a voided check template that you can just use that. And it's beautiful. It's like all clear and you can just download it into your computer and then fire it off to the SBA.
And last but not least, the Form 2202.
Oh, 2202.
Yay!
2202.
So we actually have two videos on 2202. One was a live streaming show that we did. So I
Harry
took
Potter.
22 minutes and made it into its own 7-minute video.
The confusion is always, is it my business dad? Is it my personal credit card? We answered that in the video, so watch the video. And if you look in the description below, we've included a link where you can download from the SBA website Form 2202 Schedule of Liabilities.
We do?
Yeah, I have a link.
Well, then you should send it to me.
I'm Trevor,
I'm Linda Ray.
and together, she and me and she,
And we
are Aurora Consulting, financing solutions for
your
business.
success story. That's what this is about.
two,
we
oh,
want
two,
you to
two,
have
two,
success
oh,
getting the
two,
money you're
two,
entitled to
two,
as a business
oh,
owner in
two,
America.
two. Do I look like Billie Eilish right now?
No.
Two. We're doing this video in January of 2020, so
2021.
Oops. Now, many banks, and we've noticed this. Many banks, we've noticed with this, especially many banks